What's up guys, welcome back to another video, hope you're all doing well today. Now today we're back on some Trackdayr. It's been a little bit of a while, I've kind of neglected it, especially since the Beta 18 bikes came out in MX bikes. However, today we've got another custom track for you made by Distraction, and this is actually a replica of the Supermotocross track map at the LA Coliseum. Now, I don't know if any of you have had the pleasure of going on Instagram or Twitter, whatever it may be, or even the Supercross Live website and having a look at all the different track maps that they've kind of conjured up for this Super Motocross Championship series, whatever it is you want to call it. Some of them are absolutely wild. I've seen some with like multiple split lanes going up and under, like over tables, splitting back and forth, and I'm just very excited to see the racing. Now, I can't lie to you, I am a very smooth brain individual. When I watched the Anaheim 1 live stream the other day, and like people were explaining it, whether it was Lee Diffie or Daniel Blair, whoever it may have been, I didn't understand a word that was coming out of their mouths with all like playoffs and this, that and the other. Being from the UK, obviously, we don't really have any sports that involve like playoffs too much at all. We've got football / soccer, whatever you want to call it, but not really the same thing at all. So I'm very, very interested to see the racing. I'm quite excited to see who's actually going to be doing it, if it's just the standard guys or if any of the European guys are going to go over and give it an attempt. But yeah, right today we've got a replica of the one at the LA Coliseum, and I don't know how long it's been since motocross has been held in this venue, but I remember when I was younger watching videos of like riders going up and down, up into the stands here, up out the stadium and back again. So let's see how it handles in game. I'm on the 252 Smoker today, riding a little 50th anniversary replica, the old yellow and black. Always a safe choice for a good skin, in my opinion. And I've just got some UFO just UFO gear on. What are we looking like? Oh my! I'm not surviving this. No chance. Oh, okay. Pro suspension. We're loving life. Now, it's worth mentioning that this track was not meant to be a final release by any point. Distraction, who is the track creator, actually lost the files to it. So he thought, you know what, it's rideable as it is. He's going to release it, let everyone have a bit of fun to ride around on it. So it's probably not as polished as he would like it to be. And I will admit, I'm not sure if it's visible in the video at all, because like YouTube will pull it down to 60 FPS. But I'm noticing some frame drops. It is a little bit framey on my end. I'm hoping that it's not too bad for you guys, but I digress. I think Trackdayr has a few frame issues now and then. What is this? Oh, that's Dragon's Back, and that actually handled quite well. That looked like it was going to handle terribly when I rode up to it, but shows what I know. And then we've got two long rhythm sections here, back to back. Oh, get over it. No, not got the drive, not got the power. I do struggle on Supercross a bit on this game sometimes, so we've got a triple. Oh, maybe you could step onto this and then go step off. Don't roll backwards, you're going to crash and crash. Forwards, forwards, go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Yeah, then step off and double out, maybe. So it looks like there's some big boy lines, that's for sure. I'm very, very excited to see if anyone's going to make any of these tracks in MX Bikes or MX Simulator. I feel like 100% they'll be made in Sim. Sim has like replicas of absolutely everything. And I'm interested to see how they all just kind of handle from game to game, because as we know, Trackdayr being a work in progress, it works a lot better on the national side of things in the Supercross, I believe, so far. And I do think my favourite track in the entire game has got to be the Deegan compound from, like, it was JGMX's hype map that got imported into the game. And I think that honestly is the best track we've got in here so far. I do check back every now and then. There is a Trackdayr mods website, kind of similar to MXB mods, although there is no affiliation there whatsoever. They are two completely separate things in their own rights. And hang on. Oh, fuck God! I don't think the tough blocks have collisions. I don't think they're like soft collisions, so I can get away with riding through them. Thank God. You know I need it. I am absolutely whiskey when it comes to playing games after being off for a while. Let's get around here. But I would very, very much like to see even a Super Motocross series on MX Bikes or Sim. I'd probably watch it on Sim. I don't think I would play it myself because I'm just trash and I know that I'd have no chance of qualifying. But then on bikes, I'd love to play it. I think it'd make great live stream content. The live streams recently have been nothing but spectacular. Like, there's so many people been stopping by. Like the last 3 or so streams, I think we've reached 400 viewers just for generic streams, and I'm very, very excited to see what A1 brings. I'm turning around. I feel like you could get a little bit stupid with how far you can jump into there. Let's give that a little bit of a shot. Come around here, we'll hit the Dragon's Back again. We'll just absolutely send it. So round to the left here. Let's go Oh, I jumped this a bit too far. I don't think I'm getting any speed this time. No, I'm going to check up. Downside the triple. Oh. Very, 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 very hard to keep your speed going in this. I think I may as well. Shall I make a little bit of a segue, actually, if we're talking about keeping momentum in rhythm sections? Monster Energy Supercross 6, meant to be coming out, I think, in March time. And I hopped on Monster Energy Supercross 5 the other day, just because I thought I may as well refresh myself with the game's physics and stuff and see how it feels. And I didn't do any single player stuff, I just hopped straight onto multiplayer, and to my surprise there was a server going. Bearing in mind there was only one and there was about 9 or so people in there. But I hopped on, and straight off the bat, I think I met 2 of you guys who noticed me straight away, like asking if it was Lynn's, and I had a little chit chat here and there, and it was actually really wholesome. I really enjoyed it, which is the first time I can safely say I've actually thoroughly enjoyed a Monster Energy Supercross game. I tend to get quite bored of the single player stuff, the career stuff, but multiplayer isn't too bad. I just need to let go of the fact that I know I'm going to be nowhere near as good as some of the other people. On that game, I'm level, I think it's like 340 something, and the reason for that was, in the first, I think, like 3 days that it came out, I'd done nothing but grind those short circle tracks that give you loads of like XP and money, and the only reason I'd done that was to unlock like certain bike skins, which I could make a video on before anyone else, and so on and so forth. So that's how I've got my level, but there's people on there that are like almost level 2000. I'm like, oh my Jesus, you are an absolute grinder, fair play. But then I suppose if I was to translate that into like MX Bikes terms, I would probably be much higher than level 2000 if it all worked in the same way, so I can't hate too much. I always find interesting that every now and then I'll check the Steam charts and see like how many active players there are on bikes compared to Monster Energy Supercross or the latest MXGP game, whatever it might be at the time. And MX Bikes actually reached its new peak when Beta 18 OEMs dropped, as I predicted. Pat on the back for me, let's go. I think it was 2,000, like 401, somewhere in that region, all playing at one time, which is absolutely insane, considering that the peaks for Monster Energy Supercross, I think even on release day, are probably like 200 or so. I mean, checking it the other day, there was 90 players in one day, which I don't think is terrible, but obviously it could be upped. Now, I don't know how true it is. I have heard rumours that there could be some sort of cross-platform stuff now, which if that is the case, I could fully see it being a bit more of a populated game this time when it releases, because massive parts of games nowadays for me, I know it all depends on what kind of player you are. If you're a multiplayer guy, you like playing all your multiplayer games, I'm pretty sure that's me. I don't do a whole lot of games that are really story-orientated other than maybe Skyrim, and that's probably about it. That's releasing my inner nerdiness right there. And there's some people that just love games that are solely like story mode based or career mode based. Now, as I just said, I found one server when I went to play the other night, and this is like prime American playing time too. This wasn't just me hopping on like middle of the day UK time. This was about 3 AM for me, so prime gamer moments, prime gamer hours for all the guys in the US. So I expected a little bit more than 8 players, and I think with cross-platform stuff, that is really the way to go. Because if you think about the poor Xbox gamers and the PlayStation gamers, they don't have MX Bikes, they don't have MX Sim, they don't have all these weird and wonderful mods to install on all their games, so the Monster Energy Supercross games really is their game of choice. Well, it's not even by choice really, it's what they are playing. They've got kind of like the chokehold on the entire market. So I just think crossplay would be so much beneficial for everybody. You get more lobbies. I would love it. I'd love to be able to record lobbies with you guys and even maybe some like voice chat stuff, because there was one guy by the name of SP, he messaged me on Instagram afterwards actually, he was so lovely, just saying that he watches my videos and so on and so forth. And it's very strange, because when I hop onto a game like MESX, I don't really expect to get recognised. I didn't think that was my community. I think I'm more of a bikes and sim person. But either way, I mean, I'll take it. It actually made my night. It was so nice. And it's weird having like a more of a one-on-one interaction with, let's just call, I hate calling them fans, with subscribers more than anything, rather than doing it in like a massive live stream where my attention might more be so on the gameplay and this, that and the other. But it was nice, and I kind of want more of that. So I will be buying Monster Energy Supercross 6 when it comes out. I'm hoping that it is an improvement on last year. I know we all have the memes of they're just copy and paste each year. whether that's the case or not, I have absolutely sugar. I have absolutely no idea. I'm hoping for good stuff. I'm always hopeful in these circumstances. We'll see how it goes really. And I had no idea there was a marshal over here. Should we go say hello to him? Let's just speed up our little walk right here. Ah, well, 2 issues. 1, it looks like the marshal is BFG because I'm only coming up to his waist, and 2, I seem to be under the water. Please help me. I am drowning. Somebody help me. Oh, God. But I think I've done quite well so far, not to crash up to this point. I think I've been doing pretty damn good. I mean, it's not been smooth riding by any means. It's been very, very sketchy. But, you know what? When you come to the Lynn's channel, you know what to expect. Unless it's like MX Bikes, it always seems to be pretty mediocre gameplay. I hope that the visual stuff hasn't been too bad for you. I'm not sure why my FPS is so bad around here. I think I've got the same thing on another distraction track that's a work in progress, which is Unadilla, which is quite bad FPS. So I would need to try and get to the bottom of it and what's causing it. No idea. But I think the whole concept of riding in stadiums, going up and down the stands and such, I really love. I'm so excited for this series to begin as a whole. I think it's going to be so cool, and I'm just excited to see what it brings. It's just kind of strange, everything being tied together for a change, with 17 rounds of one thing, 11 of motocross, and I feel like it's one of them moments in the sport that's just going to change things. I hope it will go smoothly, because it seems like a really good concept for years to come too, and hopefully we'll maybe get some riders that were thinking about retiring just out on the track again, maybe some riders that have recently retired, maybe they'll swing a leg over and get riding again, and just kind of getting the European guys and the US guys together and racing more is always a good thing, in my opinion. I always love them battles. Like everyone, for example, always wants Jeffrey Hurlins to go and race in the US a bit more, because he seems to be like our main hope of some sort of competition. I mean, we could say people like Kenny, but I feel I feel like Kenny doesn't really count as German anymore. I feel like he is a US guy now. He's been there for so long. I mean, he hasn't even got the accent anymore. And who was it? I was watching A1 with Charlie, and I think Enzo Lopes got top qualifier in one of the sessions, and they was interviewing him. Charlie was like, he doesn't even sound Brazilian. What's going on? I was like, well, yeah, he's been in the US for quite a while. You do lose your accent after a while, but I think that'll do it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the Supermotocross series, and if you're looking forwards to it, what you think of the track maps. I think they are absolutely insane. And thank you, Distraction, for making this for us as well. Hopefully you don't mind me falling into the abyss here for the last 10 or 20 or so seconds. I'm going to love you and leave you. Please do drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever it is you're up to, and until I catch you in the next video, peace.